because Elaine almost tripped over this thing last time, so we don't want anybody to incur a broken hip. Yeah, unnecessarily. Yeah, probably for the petitioner. This gentleman that's here is somebody who is entitled to notice. Yeah, neighbor. So. He's still.
You're still doing it.
I don't know what to say.
Well, you just talk about what you want to do.
I'll read the report in, and then you just talk a little bit more. And if there's any questions.
Okay.
Yeah. Did you see him when they were right here for the backlot finish or the 4th of July parade? I would think if the drone was sitting over somebody's house. Yeah. That could be somebody's personality.
No,
Yeah,
it was their
police.
Yeah.
Well, if it's in the middle of the night, how can you tell?
No, it's at night.
Yeah, but you're saying it's a
Well, I
smoky
know
police.
that it was. But it just seems,
Yeah, right.
you know, just
The only thing I can say is call Chief Barnes and see what he says. We'll talk to the legal department. Okay, well, looks like it's pretty good. The petitioners are here.
Yes.
Very good. All right, well, Jay isn't here. You didn't hear anything about Israel not being here?
Yeah, I heard he was not going to make it tonight.
Oh,
He
you heard?
emailed me today.
Go ahead and start. Okay, 7:32 according to my MacBook, so, and we know that Apple products are infallible, right? Okay, then we'll go ahead and we'll start the meeting. So I'd like to welcome everybody to this meeting of the Village of Skokie Zoning Board of Appeals. The Zoning Board of Appeals is created by the statutes of the state of Illinois and by the ordinances of the Village of Skokie for the purpose of granting proper case relief from the strict terms of our zoning ordinances. The decision of this board to either grant or deny relief will be based upon the evidence presented to it and how that evidence is related to the standards for granting relief. All persons who have an interest in a case, either as a petitioner or as a member of the public, either supporting or opposing the petition or as an independent witness, will be given a chance to speak on the record and to express his or her points of view. The Zoning Board of Appeals is not a court of law, and therefore we do not follow the strict rules of evidence. However, this hearing will be conducted in such a manner as to hear only competent evidence or statements. Question as to procedure, interpretation, and of the admissibility of evidence or statements will be ruled upon by Corporation Counsel Tyler Kobilski, and his legal decisions will be binding upon this board. Certain cases require a covenant running with the land. This will be prepared and recorded by the Village of Skokie Legal Department, and this is done at the petitioner's expense. Whether or not a covenant is required is a determination to be made by the Corporation Counsel at the conclusion of each individual case. If a covenant running with the land is required, it cannot or will not be prepared until our court reporter has returned to the Zoning Board of Appeals a transcript of these proceedings. The Village of Skokie will notify each petitioner when the covenant has been prepared and is ready for signature. No building permits or certificates of occupancy can be issued until the covenant is signed by the petitioner. Should a petition for variation be denied, or should a covenant not be required, the Board of Trustees will authorize a refund of any required fees. Should it be necessary for the petitioner to request a continuance due to lack of preparation, a case continuation fee of 1/2 of the original application fee is due prior to the rehearing date. This request must be made before any testimony begins. All petitioners must receive a vote of the majority of the zoning board present in order to decide any matter under consideration. Our full complement is 9 members. However, tonight's complement is 7 members, making 4 votes necessary to make a determination on a petition. Okay. Tonight we have one case, which is 2025-06Z, 4144 Enfield Avenue. And I will ask Corporation Counsel in this case, has proper notice been served and notarized?
Yes, notice is proper and correct.
Okay, thank you very much. Appreciate that. And before we get into the case tonight, we have in our packet the minutes from our prior meeting, which was September 17th of 2025. Okay, and let's see. Or wait, no, I'm sorry. That was August 20th of 2025. Today's September 17th, 2025. So, August 20, 2025, we had the case 2025-05Z, 4409 Gulf Road, and the petitioner's request was approved by 5 votes to 3. If everybody's had a chance to read the minutes and they're found suitable, the chair will entertain a motion to approve the minutes.
I'll make a motion.
Make a motion that the minutes be approved.
Second.
Okay, all right, ladies first.
You got me.
All right. Commissioner Jacobson makes a motion to approve, and, let's see, okay. And Vice Chair Worth has seconded the motion. Everybody in favor, voice vote, please. Aye?
Aye.
Okay, anybody opposed? No? Thank you, Marlene, wherever you are. So, if you're watching tonight. So, that was her last meeting minutes as our court reporter. So, all right, so we'll go ahead then and go right into why we're here tonight. The case 4144 Enfield Avenue. Is the petitioner present? Okay, could you please step up to the mic? And I believe staff is going to present us with the facts on this case, what we need to know. So, Brian, take it away.
That's you? Okay, I'm a neighbor, I'm curious to see, what do you have to say?
That's great. That's one way to meet your neighbor is to serve him notice of your petition. So,
All right.
yeah, go ahead, Brian.
Site information, the house was constructed in 1958. The site does not abut a public alley. Petitioner is requesting a variation in order to construct a carport addition, resulting in a 3-foot east side yard rather than a 6-foot minimum. The Appearance Commission will be required to review the applicant's proposal because of the addition on the west side of the home and the changes made to the front elevation. Staff analysis and recommendation. Staff comment and review sheets were sent to all pertinent divisions and departments. Based on the proposed findings of fact, staff recommends that the petitioner's request to construct a carport addition resulting in a 3-foot east side yard be granted. Staff is supportive of the petitioner's request for several reasons. In 1962, the Zoning Board of Appeals granted a variation at the site to construct an attached garage that was never constructed. The garage was approved to be 15 feet from the front lot line and 3 feet from the east side lot line. The current petitioner is only asking for a variance from the side yard requirement, not the front yard. The proposed carport will be 9 foot 9 inches by 23 foot 4 inches and will be located on the east side of the home. Carport will be open on 3 sides and will meet the district height regulations. This is the only location covered parking can be installed on the property without violating impermeable surface regulations. This is the most viable area to install covered parking. Staff was not able to verify all of the setbacks of the addresses listed on the petitioner's statement. Staff did confirm that a variation was granted on the same block as the applicant in 2009. 4122 Enfield was approved to construct a carport with a 4.5-foot west side yard. Attachments are the staff's proposed findings of fact, application, petitioner statement, a survey, site plan, etc.
Okay, great. That's it for now?
That's it for now.
All right. Good evening. How are you, sir?
Yeah, no worries.
All right, good. Sir, would you please tell us your name and spell it so we have it for the record?
Yes, my name is Rafi Nissen,
Okay.
R-A-F-I,
Mm-hmm.
N-I-S-S-I-M,
N-I-S-S-I-M?
M like Mary.
Yeah, N-I-S-S-I-M. Okay, because I see in the staff report it says N-I-S-S-U-M, so,
No, I,
all right. Yeah, you should know how your name is spelled. N-I-S-S-I-M, so just want to have that corrected for the record. And this is your wife Cynthia?
Yeah.
Hi, good evening, how are you? If I may real quick, since you're here, if you don't mind raising your hand, do you affirm that the testimony you are about to give is true and correct to the best of your knowledge or belief? Please answer in the affirmative. That would be both of you.
yes.
Yes, okay, all right, very good. Okay, great. All right, thank you so much, Rafi. Will you want to tell us why we're here tonight, please?
You invite us, so.
Well, this is your party, so to speak,
That's true.
you know? So go ahead and tell us about your request.
Yeah, well, I'll start on the east side of the carport.
Mhm.
So I got the letter that you guys allow that we can do 9.9. That we can go.
Well, the request is for 9 foot 9 inches, and they have a setback of 3 feet.
Mhm.
The code requirement is 6.
Mhm.
So I don't know, still don't know how far we can go out.
Well, the request that was, the drawing that was submitted by your architect shows a 3 foot setback with 9 foot 9 inside, which is probably, is close to the minimum you could have to park a vehicle inside,
Mhm.
or very close to the minimum. You're gonna have some posts in there also.
Right, right.
So so it's gonna be 9.9, I mean, the front of the post or after the post, I don't know how they measure.
9 foot 9 to the outside of the post. 3 foot to the outside post to the side property line.
Oh, so it's not in the front,
I'm sorry?
it's not in the front of the post, the outside of the post.
Correct. Let me see if there's a better drawing. 9 foot, well, no, 9 inside, 9 foot 11 and a quarter to the exterior.
So my total is how much is, I think 12.8? Oh, I don't, maybe, I don't know.
Well, it's a 3 foot setback from the post to the property line, and inside, well, from the wall to the outside of the post, 9 foot 11, which is gonna leave about 9 foot and a few inches inside, if it's a 6 by 6 post.
Mhm. Which is enough for, like you said, for a one car.
One car to fit in, yes, and some room to open doors on the
Right,
sides.
yeah.
How much is the car weight, 7 foot?
Yeah, it depends on the car approximately.
Yeah. Big difference between a Yugo and like a Hummer, you know,
Yeah,
so.
so we cannot go more than that if the car is bigger than what they
Well,
Well,
the-
it's not a completely enclosed carport.
correct,
Right.
the wall, there's 3 posts proposed per your architect, so doors will be able to swing open on the side here,
Yeah.
which instead of, an attached garage, which would have a solid wall, it'd be a lot more difficult to open doors on both sides.
Right.
But the side of the existing wall, it's gonna be, I don't know, foot and a half to open the door.
Again, it really depends on the car. A 9 foot wide parking space is standard width. You're gonna have a little bit over that, and typically for a 9 foot wide space, you have room to open at least both doors partially.
You know, on the other side, you said it's no problem, it's all open.
It I mean, again, it depends on really the car, the vehicle, but you're gonna be able to partially open that door, yes. Most people in this instance would park a little bit closer to the outside, park the vehicle where you can open the passenger door and try to leave more room so the driver can get out if you're pulling in. But it's a standard parking space size.
Yeah.
If you couldn't go smaller, it'd be another variance.
Yeah, I'm sure it'll take a little bit of adjustment because, like Brian said, you gotta figure out exactly how you can pull the car in under the carport to where you have access and egress for, both the driver's side and the passenger side, so.
Yeah, Brian, these drawings here, sorry if I missed this, they're a little hard to understand. How far out does the carport come from when you're looking at the house? How far does it go past, the structure go past the main house?
The carport structure is proposed to stay in line with the front wall of the house
Okay.
and only extend to the 3-foot setback. There's no request. If you look at this,
There you go.
this is the proposed carport here. This will be in line with the existing front wall of the house. There's no front yard variance.
Okay. And then,
This post by code should be 3 foot in.
okay, and then it would go as far back to the,
It's
Door.
about 22 feet deep
Yeah, there you go.
to where it's a split level to where the upper level would start approximately.
okay.
Well, two, I think it's at 23.
Yeah, but, you're correct, about 23 feet, yes.
So, so in other words, if you have a limousine, you'll have no problem.
Yeah, I'm thinking, right? So, okay, I guess that's what I can get, 9.9, that's what you're gonna take.
Well, I mean, you have,
Adjournment is when-
right.
Sorry.
Yeah, no, I was gonna say, you obviously have consulted an architect, and architects are, knowledgeable about, what to do in these situations as far as access, egress is concerned. And, I think he's put you in good stead for this request, quite frankly.
Mr. Chairman, I have a question.
Commissioner Solovey.
Hi. I have a question for you. Is this for your use or your daughter across the street?
Yeah, my daughter across the street.
So it's going to be your daughter across the street using the carport by your house?
Yeah, they have to be kids, that's why I'm worried.
By her house.
Yeah, with the kids, so I'm worried, especially in the winter, with snow, when it's raining,
Mhm.
so if it's covered, it's more.
What kind of cars does she have?
What kind of car?
I mean, what kind of car is she going to use to park there?
We have a Toyota Highland.
Oh, yeah, should be fine.
Thank you.
I have one question. This is just a technicality. In the statement that was written, there was, hold on, let me get to it. It was mentioned, here are the 4 addresses that I checked in the area, that also have a carport. There were some addresses mentioned on Keeler, 9114, 9115, 9128, and then like 6 or 7 addresses on Kedvale. Now, Brian, can you go back to the thing? Now, if you just rotate 180, how are those going to be different than like, none of the ones on your block were cited, but they look the same as the others. Is there a reason the other ones, are they going to look different than those? Are those not carports?
Well, I'll go down the block to the carport that was approved by the ZBA, and I believe it was '09. So this is the case that was in 2009 was granted to have a 4.5-foot setback. I believe it was a wider lot than the applicants.
Okay. Because the one, if you look at 9114, 9115 Keeler, that's in essence an enclosed garage. And I guess I don't know what the carport's going to look like. Is it going to be an enclosed or open? Because the ones that are cited as examples in the petitioner's statement are enclosed versions.
It's going to look more like this.
Yeah.
Okay. So your carport would be open, it wouldn't be a closed one? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I was just curious. I'm used to just calling them garages, so I wasn't sure what they looked like, the difference between the two.
I'm just worried it won't be enough
Now, so you're more concerned about the width, not the length?
The length, that's no problem.
Okay.
Yeah, 22 feet, 24 feet, yeah, it shouldn't be an issue.
The width is when they open the door, I don't want them to bang to the wall all the time. The other side is no problem.
Okay.
That's why I said, if that's what it is, that width. it's not like the width.
Well, that's what your request currently is, and that's how your, the site plan that was submitted for your request is what your architects submitted to us, so, I mean, if you wanted something even wider than that, then you'd have to refile. So, like, say if you wanted just a 2-foot setback rather than the 3 that we're currently discussing right now, you'd have to refile. You can ask for 3 and then go 4. You can make it, less of an encroachment into the side yard. But if you want more of an encroachment into the side yard, then you have to refile.
Correct.
Thank you.
And it's like, throughout the architect, or how
You
that?
do have to repetition and to come back for another hearing date if you want to go less than the 3 foot. The plans that were submitted showed a 3-foot setback. That's what we advertised for.
Is that possible if I do that? Could I listing my your side?
Well, it's certainly within your right to do it. You're the property owner. You know what you're looking for, what your request is. So if you suddenly, want to, if you want to ask for an even less of a side yard, like a 2-foot side yard or whatever,
There's some building code issues come up with less than 3 foot.
Yeah,
oh, does it?
Yes.
Oh, it's a whole new ball of
With
wax.
with the roofing less than 3 foot away.
Okay.
Your detached garage regulations have to be at least 3 feet from the side property line when it's in the rear yard. But if we're looking at a less than a 3-foot setback, there could be some more stringent building code requirements for
I think the last meeting we had, there was something about the fire code. They need
Correct.
between
The
3 feet.
fire rating, yes.
And we'd also recommend if you were to pursue getting a, even greater, going 2 feet instead of 3, that you would consult with the neighbor first. Because, I'll tell you this, if the neighbor is against that, I don't think any of us would go along with approving it.
I talked to him the other day, and from my end to his end, it's got 14 feet, and I said, I told him I tried to go all the way to the end, but they won't let me.
Mhm.
I said, if they say yes, you have to go on. I'm not building here. If I build, I want to do it on my driveway too.
Okay.
That's what he told me.
So,
I think it would be harder for us to approve with some of the building code violations, potentially, going less than 3 feet. That would be kind of hard to wrap our head around. I can't speak for everyone, though. I can just say where my thought process is, although I can see both sides to it.
well, that being said too, from what staff is saying, that you're opening up a whole new can of worms when you ask for even like 2 feet, then you're talking a whole different story that couldn't be resolved just here with the zoning board of appeals. You're talking about other ramifications that we have no purview over, correct?
Also, too, walking on the side of it now decreases from a standard 3 foot, which is kind of a standard smaller walkway, than 2 feet or potentially less than that. So that's I know one of the provisions for the 3-foot setback for detached garages, so you can maintain and walk around your own property. Downspout gutters, overhangs like that also stay a little further away of proper, area to discharge stormwater. So 3 foot, when I saw I thought that was kind of more of a standard setback.
Okay. So, Mr. Nissom, you've kind of heard what, what all is entailed if you ask for even less of a setback than what you're looking for now tonight. So, do you want to keep going on with the 3-foot setback?
He already said that it's only going to be 3-foot setback, so there's nothing we can do.
Yeah. Well, I mean, look at it this way. We're here tonight to do the 3-foot setback, and which I think none of us that I can see at this point is, wholeheartedly against it. So I think you're better off, putting this in your pocket, so to speak, And then go back to your architect and see what he says. Work with staff and see what sort of extra ramifications are required if you have even less of a setback than what we're agreeing to here tonight, you know? And if it's a problem, and it's like, forget it, then you can move forward with your project. But if you want to go ahead and pursue that, then we'll probably see you here in a couple months down the line.
November at the
Yeah,
earliest.
November at the earliest, so. Because you have to refile, we have to do a whole new staff report, you have to serve another notice to neighbors like this gentleman here, and the whole ball of wax gets started all over again, so.
Okay. Something to think about it.
Right. So you still want to move forward with what we're trying to do here tonight?
I will, on the side of the carport,
Yeah, the 3-foot setback, which is what we're here for tonight.
if I have no choice, obviously, probably, I'm gonna go with that.
Yeah.
Because
I-
if that's what it is, that's what it is.
Yeah, I mean, you've spent all this time and effort to go ahead and get this 3-foot setback, which is something that your architect came up with. You might, I think it's in your best interest to go ahead and, like I said, get this approved now, have this in your pocket, then you can go ahead and you can explore any additional alternatives other than this, and see if it's in your best interest then to move forward with something besides what we're agreeing to tonight.
We have to decide tonight or tomorrow.
Well, I mean,
Well, I think, I mean, I would suggest we vote on it now, and then if you,
Yeah.
you know, whatever the outcome is, let's say you're approved, you can decide tomorrow or in a week or whatever if you actually want to do it, but you're here now, you paid to come here now, you
Right.
might as well just, you know, vote now and see where we're at.
Yeah, exactly. Because like I said, Mr. Nissum, anything less than the 3-foot is a whole new ball of wax, you know?
Can I ask Brian a question?
Yeah, of course, Sharon, please.
Would it be likely that the staff would not be pleased with 2 feet? I mean, I would rather, if that's going to be unlikely, we might as well admit that it's unlikely that anybody would approve it.
Staff's recommendation was partially based on the previous approval of 3 feet, and the 3-foot current setback for detached garages is kind of being a standard point for a setback to walk through, have, again, like I mentioned before, downspout gutters and overhang. I can't off the top of my head confirm what staff would go with if the setback was less, but staff didn't see any issues with the 3-foot and felt very comfortable with the 3-foot.
Mhm.
I mean, Sharon, you're looking at, you know, fire codes are gonna come up, I mean, there's all sorts of other,
So that was the purpose of my
Yeah.
question, that if it's unlikely that it would be approved, then I don't think we should be holding out hope that it would be approved, and that, you know, we should make a determination on this.
I mean, the most extreme option you could do is, you know, I think you would probably need multiple variances for this, but if you wanted to build a driveway to the back and then build a garage in your backyard, which could be wider, of course, than what it would be on the side of the house, but that'd probably cost a lot more money, and you'd have impermeable issues,
Right.
you know, come up with that as well,
Right.
so.
I have a question. Mr. Chairman, could the petitioner have a continuance and think this over and come back?
Not to request something less.
Yeah,
The request is at 3-foot.
right. Commissioner Salvi, the request is for 3-foot. He can go 3-foot, he can go 4-foot, he can go 5-foot, he can go 3.5 feet, but he can't go 2.5 feet.
Okay.
He can't go 2. That requires a whole new filing. Yeah, so. Yeah, yes, Cynthia.
Pretty happy with what you said before. My main concern is that, you know, that the kids have enough room to get out of the car, and the cover will keep them better in the weather than it is now in the back, because there's nothing stopping the rain and snow and wind. So I'm for them.
Yeah, you're happy with what we're discussing tonight, yeah.
If there's no further questions, I'd like to make a motion to grant a variance.
Anybody in the audience
Oh,
want to
wait,
speak?
hold on. Time
Oh,
out. Thanks, Ailey. I'm sorry, what staff?
Anybody in the audience?
I was just going to say, sir, you came all the way here to Village Hall tonight because you were served notice by Mr. Nissim. Is there anything you'd like to say?
I was just curious.
Into the mic, please.
Sir, wait, hold on a second. If you would, please step up to the podium here. Tell us your name and your address, so we may have it for the record. Okay.
8897, odd number, 8897 North Keeler Avenue.
Okay.
It's the oldest house in Skokie. The woman that sold me the house told me her father farmed all the land around it. So you see these houses, they were built in the 50s in Skokie.
Mm-hmm.
Mine was built in 1928.
Wow.
I'm a non-conforming owner. You cannot touch me on anything I want to do. There were no
I wouldn't even think about it then, sir.
There were no laws, there
Yeah.
were no restrictions. It was non-conforming.
Mhm.
When I bought the house, Skokie Village gave me a letter, it's non-conforming. There's nothing you can tell me I cannot do. That's it. But I'm happy. Listen, I lived there 50 years. I'm happy to keep on living. How much longer we'll be around, I don't know, but I thank you for your time and the discussion about it.
Well, I thank you for coming, and your feelings about Mr. Nissim's request, you had no problem with it.
None whatsoever. I just came here I was curious to see what they had to offer and what was going to happen.
Oh, good. Well, thank you for coming. You're certainly welcome. You were entitled to notice, so you had every right to come and see what the process is all about here tonight.
Okay, but in conclusion, let me add something to my statement.
Okay.
I'm a retired military. I served 31 years.
Well,
So I came here as a foreigner. America's been good to me. So I wanted to give back to America. I joined the military and I served 31 years.
well,
Now, America's still being good to me.
good.
I'm on pension, free medicine, free Medicare. You can't beat that. I don't know how many of you have served military, but that's my story.
Amen. That's awesome. Thank you so much for your service. What branch were you in?
Master Sergeant
Oh, in the Army?
in the Army.
Okay.
I was gonna go to OCS, Officer
Mhm.
Candidate
Mhm.
School.
Mm-hmm.
They said, don't. You become an officer, you'll be an infantry officer. You don't wanna be an infantry officer. So I stayed as a Master Sergeant. I retired as a Master Sergeant. That's it. That's my story. Welcome all to Skokie.
All right. Thank you so much. Thank you. Well, there you go. That's not something you hear about in any run-of-the-mill zoning board of appeals meeting. So, and anything else you'd like to say before?
As far as the kitchen side, what is that, the name, 9 feet?
Is the kitchen on the west side or the east side?
The west side.
What's proposed is a 6-foot setback from your architect over here.
Is it possible to get more?
That's a separate request.
Mhm.
But what the lady said, if it's possible, then maybe I'll try to request.
You could say it would be the same process, same,
Yeah.
another fee, new drawings,
Mhm.
updated drawings, and showing a smaller setback.
See, Mr. Nissim, here's the deal. What we're here tonight is your request, is variation in order to construct a carport resulting in a 3-foot east side yard. So now if you want to do something on the west, that becomes non-conforming. We have to do this all over again.
So on the carport, we're okay.
On a carport, that's what we're deciding on tonight. You're okay. Right. But now if you want to do something on the west side, where you were saying, and the architect submitted plans, site plans for the 6-foot setback, if you want less than that, we have to do this all over again. Because then that becomes non-conforming.
So on the carport, you give me a 3-foot setback.
That's what we're discussing tonight.
Right. In the kitchen, you cannot do the same?
You can, but you have to refile again.
But
Because that's the west,
but
that, Because we're discussing the east side yard. That's what your request is.
Okay.
So if you want to talk about the west side yard, which is your kitchen, which the site plan currently shows a 6-foot setback, if you want less than that, and it becomes non-conforming, then we got to do this all over again.
Would that possibly be possible before I even try it?
Did you talk to your architect before this was brought before the board? Because it sounds like you don't really know your plan, but this is your plan.
Yeah,
We
right.
can't change it
Right,
here.
but, you know, I have a lot of things going on in my head. See, when I talked to him back then, until I respond, there was a lot of stuff going on, that's why I'm like,
We can only vote on what's on paper today.
Yeah.
That's it. We can't do anything else. Any other thing will have to be done outside of this.
Right.
but, okay, so.
We're only here to talk about what is proposed on paper today.
Right, which is the east side yard. The carport resulting in the 3-foot east side yard.
Whatever he decides.
Mhm.
I'm just saying if possible to do 3-foot setback on the west side.
Sure, sure, you're certainly entitled to do that, but again, that's a whole separate meeting. Because tonight, we're just talking about the 3-foot east side yard.
Right.
If you want a 3-foot west side yard, that's a whole different
Is that
request.
possible, Brian, or that,
You can file to build a swimming pool in the front yard. You know, you can do anything you want, but we're just here for this today. You know, you could,
No, but if it's gonna be possible, and then I'll.
well, it would be in your interest for us to at least vote on it. If we approve you tonight, we're not forcing you to build it.
Right.
Okay, so while you're here right now and you paid money to have this heard, you should at least see if it gets approved or not.
Yep.
On the side, on the west side?
No, just the,
just the east side.
just the east side yard,
On
sir.
the east side, we already agreed.
Well, we haven't yet, there hasn't been a
We have
motion
to vote.
made to,
Yeah.
okay. All right, anything else? I think it's best that we decide for Mr. Nissom right now.
Mr. Chairman, I propose the following in the granting of a variance to the petitioner as follows, that Rafi and Cynthia Nissom is the owner of the lot described in case number 2025-06Z for the property located at 4144 Enfield in Skokie. That a determination has been made in which the petitioner's request is consistent with a majority of the findings of fact as stated in the Village of Skokie zoning chapter. I therefore propose a variance be granted to the petitioner for giving failure to comply with the requirements of the zoning ordinance of the Village of Skokie as amended as to side yard requirement, that the petitioner be granted the variance, and that all other codes and ordinance of the Village of Skokie shall be fully and strictly complied with.
Let's just specify it's
Yeah.
for a 3-foot setback.
3 foot, yes.
Yeah.
3 foot east side yard setback.
All right, great. So we have a motion to approve the petitioner's request without any conditions. Do I hear a second?
Mr. Chairman, I'll second it.
All right, Commissioner Salvi seconds the motion. All right, the chair will go ahead and call the roll then. Commissioner Salvi,
Aye.
Commissioner Putras,
Aye.
Commissioner Kirkpatrick.
Aye.
All right, Commissioner Worth,
Yes.
Commissioner Jacobson,
Aye.
Commissioner Arden.
All right.
And the chair will vote aye. So, in the matter of 2025-06Z, the petitioner's request for the 3-foot east side yard has been approved. Corporation Counsel, what does the petitioner need to know from here on out?
We'll work on preparing the covenant, running with the land. Perhaps you should decide, maybe before we do that, whether you want to move forward with the 3-foot setback on the west side. But we're going to assume you do, and we'll prepare that, and when it's ready, you'll just have to sign it.
To go just 3-foot setback?
Yes, so if you decide you want to come back and try for 2 foot on the east side, perhaps let us know that. We won't draft the covenant until that case is heard, if you're going to do that.
I could talk to him more during working hours.
Sure.
Okay.
Although I'm not sure who's drafting the covenant now that Marlene's gone.
Well, staff will figure that out.
It could be a while.
All right, great. All right, congratulations. So maybe we'll see you again in a couple months
On the west side?
for the west side, if that's what you decide to do. So, okay, well,
Hopefully we can get.
yeah, hopefully from here on out, at this point in time, good luck with your project.
Thank you very much.
Okay, and sir, thank you again for coming tonight, and thank you for your service.
It's a pleasure to be here.
Good, it's a pleasure to have you.
Perform your duties.
Yeah, thank you so much. All right, anybody else have anything else to say? I see that the first meeting in October has been scrapped.
That was never gonna be that was never gonna be an option. There's a holiday. So that was always that was off the boards at the beginning of the year.
Oh, there's a holiday on October 1st?
I'm not sure which Jewish holiday, there is one.
Oh, I see. Okay, got it. Okay, got it. Okay, so our next meeting could be October 15th then?
Potentially, but right now I don't have anything, and
Right.
it'd have to be in tomorrow.
Okay, all right. So then maybe it would have to be wait until November, but we'll see. We'll know later on, so. Okay, anything else, anybody? I hope you all like the new seating arrangement, so. But other than that, if there's nothing else, then this meeting of the Village of Skokie Zoning Board of Appeals is adjourned. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right, thank you. Okay, all right.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Yeah, good night, sir.
We're neighbors. You got your job done.
Okay. Oh, my God. That's what the problem was.